Welcome back, y'all. It's Rae&JayVlogs. So we're back in a different location. If you haven't noticed already, y'all, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. We're gonna do like a little mukbang, I guess you can call it, but we're just gonna pretty much sit down and chat with y'all and talk about what's been going on, why are we in a different location, where are we, what happened to Vlogmas, like all y'all's questions. Hopefully we can answer them. So let's go. Starters, I got tropical smoothie. I got me a wrap and a smoothie. Oh, and chips. And he got a smoothie and...
Yep, tropical smoothie. Incredible.
Yeah.
You guys can or can't see that. It may be blurred out. But that's the incredible.
Yeah.
And then tropical smoothie for me. Got a smoothie. And then... the guy in Incredible definitely talked me into getting this lemonade here. It's called a grapefruit lemonade. So I'm gonna try it out.
Sorry. So, well, I didn't show my
cool
food.
colors.
It's smoothie, y'all, and the wrap and chips.
These colors are so cool. So he said like when you get it, you just flip it over.
Okay.
And shake it up. He said it doesn't spill, so
Spill proof.
I guess he was right.
It's like, what's the name? What is it? Dairy Queen. You ever had the smoothies? Not smoothies. You know what I'm talking about? The blizzards. And they're like saying if it ever drops or whatever, blah blah. Okay, whatever.
And open the bowl.
Y'all, you ever go to Tropical Smoothie, get the strawberry limeade at kiwi and cranberry. It's good. Ignore my nails. They're beyond grown out. But
this looks incredible. That's a good point of words there. Incredible.
a mess.
But
So,
in the cigarettes.
think rest food closer. Let me nourish our body, don't make harm and sickness, or let us gain weight, juice and pray, man. So, that smells good.
Yeah. Looks.
What did you get in it?
A little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. You know how you just go through the line and then you're like, all right, I want to add this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get this. But it's got chicken, black beans, a little bit of potatoes, carrots, bean sprouts, lettuce.
Mm-hmm. What sauces did you get?
It's called a Hong Kong sauce, and then like a spicy, some type of like a spicy sweet sauce that they have.
Mm-hmm. I need to get me some more chipotle sauce. Hold on.
But they had one of these in. They didn't have exactly the same exact place, but in Ohio they had what was called bebop. And when I went in there, because online it looked very similar to the type of foods that they had, but I went in there and he was like, yeah, we actually are from Dayton, Ohio. That's where they actually came down from.
Oh, shit.
And they knew about bebop, and I guess because it was obviously maybe either one of their competitors, but he was just kind of explaining to me like what they did here, and I'm really excited to try it out. He said this is more authentic than the actual bebop, because bebop I guess is more of a chain in the Ohio
His
area.
exact words is it's not as watered down as bebop.
Yeah, he said it's not watered down as bebop, so we're about to see.
Bitcoin.
So try it out here.
Okay, but yeah, so we know y'all have questions. Like, we'll start off what happened with Vlogmas. So let's just say it was really hard to get back in the swing of things, because with me gone all those months, I was traveling, working, we were apart. When I got back home, I was tired. Okay, I was tired. Like, really, I was working every day, all day, working nights, so my sleep pattern was completely flipped. When I got home, I was trying to like get everything back to normal, So then we decided we were going to move. Well, we had already decided we were going to move. We're moving out of state, and then it got down to like crunch time of like, okay, we're going to move like right after Christmas, which is we moved what, the 30th, the 29th or whatever.
30th.
Yeah. So literally we started packing pretty much all the month of December. So we did that one vlog. We recorded, by the way, we did record stuff for that's yours. For that. But yeah, we did record footage, so there was footage for y'all, and the plan was like, okay, we weren't able to get everything edited and put it out there for every day for Vlogmas. I was just gonna do like a montage of all the videos and release it, and then we'll start doing our videos for the year. Well, is it good?
It's actually pretty good, by the
way. You should like a second on like, is it good? Okay, but yeah. So when we got here to like start editing and all that stuff, it wouldn't read the memory or the chip. I don't know. So basically, all that footage is like scratched, so lost, right? For lack of a better term.
Yeah, lost until I guess if somehow there's a way to get it, but
yeah. So there's no Vlogmas footage. Like we had like a little date. We did the Christmas tree. All of that stuff we had recorded. I think we recorded something. I think we did. Did we record something of you cooking? Or maybe we were talking about it. I'm not for sure, but we had plenty of stuff recorded. We lost it basically. And then it was kind of hard to get back in the routine of everything in the middle of trying to pack. We did another big move to another state. So that was challenging. Jordan was still working pretty much like every day. So I was pretty much responsible for packing everything, getting the movers set up and getting the truck and all the behind the scenes and stuff. That was my job. So your girl was just struggling. Like, I mean, I could have vlogged that, but I guess it didn't matter anyways because it all got lost. Or, I don't know, something with the memory card. But there's that. Then we moved. So where did we move to, Jordan? What state are we in?
So we are in the state of Georgia.
We're in Georgia. We're official Georgians. Is that a thing? We're Georgians. I don't know. We're Georgia peaches. But yeah, so we made the decision to move to Georgia. This is something that's been in the works for a while. Actually, before I left to go to work, we had decided that we were going to move. We just didn't know. We hadn't really confirmed Georgia was going to be the place. Why are you trying to move to Georgia? You ask. We have an answer. So, for me, I know when we moved to Ohio, I knew Ohio wasn't home for me. It was cool and all. It was too cold, one. I just knew it wasn't home. It wasn't homey. It was too far from family and friends. And in the future, you know, when we do get married and have kids and have a family of our own, we would like to be closer to family and friends in the event of, like, God forbid, some emergency happened. It would be a flight for us to get home. Like, it's no way that, okay, we'll be able to make it in, it's a day's drive for sure from Ohio to Alabama for me, and then for Florida, like, yeah, that's the whole day that we'll be driving. So we made the decision to move to Georgia. So we're closer. I'm like 3 hours away from family, and he's like, what, 5 maybe?
4.5. It's not.
Yeah.
4 maybe.
Maybe 5
hours. You drive.
Yeah, from his family. So we're way closer. So that's a plus. We have friends here in the area. My older sister lives here. My best friend lives here. His best friend and wife live here. He has high school friends. Is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, high school. So like we have people here, like-minded people here that helps, and it was just a good decision for us. It was something that we definitely did pray on, and we just decided like, okay, I guess Georgia's the place to go. Now, was Georgia our first place? Like, was that?
No, Georgia was not the first place that we wanted to. I guess come to an experience, because I always wanted to come to always wanted to settle down or be in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But you know, as things kind of like progressed and went on, and you know, I was like, well, North Carolina, I'd love to be there. Don't get me wrong, but it was just too far away from, I guess, it could boil down to friends and family. or more so for family.
It wasn't too far. It was still like the same distance.
It was still maybe the same distance from Ohio, maybe, but.
No, I understand. Like it wasn't like we were moving to Michigan. As you said, it was too far.
Okay, well, it was too far in the sense of from family.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry.
But anyways, yeah, it was too far from family, so that's kind of why North Carolina didn't end up being the option. And we just felt that instead of North Carolina, even though I think North Carolina would have been a great option, I went to school at East Carolina. I know I had a lot of friends that live in Raleigh area and so forth. So it'd have been a great option, but just being closer to home was more so.
It was more important.
It was more important. So, and then we had several different options. We just kind of like, at the point in time when we were trying to figure it out, we just kind of, we didn't know what to do. Like, we maybe thought Florida, we maybe thought what?
I said Alabama.
Texas may have been on the plate.
Texas was not on the list. Like you were so, I wanted to go to Texas. I've always wanted to live in Texas. I mean, I kind of still do. But if we were to pack up and move to Texas, we'll be packing up with our clothes. Everything else will be getting sold or staying. I will not be moving across states. Like, we hired movers this time. FYI, the best thing ever to do. Because when you think about it, our drive was six and a half hour drive. But we have a U-Haul that he was towing his car behind. And then I was driving behind him with my car. Then we have our dog. So you just kind of got to add a little like hour to 2 hours. Then you got traffic and there's always road construction. So what we were smart. We got the movers the day before we actually moved and drove down. So that was very helpful. So movers came on the 29th, like that Tuesday morning. We booked them for 3 hours. They were done in 2. Perfect. And then we just had the whole day to pretty much just like clean up little things. I just wanted to run like the vacuum over the apartment at the time. So that it was really weird because I felt like the apartment was so junky before we left just because all the boxes were everywhere. It was chaos, y'all. And if you're anything like me, I cannot function in dysfunction, and there was so much dysfunction, I was going crazy. So I am glad that is done, that the move is done. However, we'll be moving again soon.
Yeah, we move here to move again. But we're looking for a house. We've been looking for a house since
July. The end of July.
Let's just say August, really. But yeah, we've been looking for a house in the Georgia area for a few months. And this kind of just been a little bit up and down. How
we found houses, y'all. So we do have footage of us looking, and like when we've come down here and visited. I don't know if, I hope that like the memory cards are okay, because I don't know what's going on with our memory card. But if like everything's fine, y'all will be able to see that footage sooner or later. I don't know when. But yeah, we've been down here 2-3 times to visit, just so like we come down on the weekend to just like look at every house in the world, I feel like. So the first visit we came down, the last house that we saw, Jordan actually found it. Like we had sent our realtor like a whole bunch of houses that we were just like, okay, as soon as, because I flew from New Orleans at the time, and you flew from, no, did you fly? Or you drove down that time? No, you never drove down without me.
I flew.
Yeah. So we basically met in Atlanta, and we just met with our realtor, drove out, look everywhere, high and low. I feel like the last house, the day before that we were leaving to go back, we found a house, we put in an offer, the sellers accepted, we're excited, we're like, oh my god, we're getting a house, woo! And then you have to do like, you have your due diligence period where you go and you do what is it, your inspection and the appraisal. So we have somebody do the inspection, we're excited, we're like, oh my god, I can't believe it, we found it so quick. I mean, we looked at a lot of houses, but we got a house Well, we're in the process of it. So we get the inspection done, y'all. The inspection was scary. Okay, it was. I don't even remember because we've had a lot of inspections on houses, by the way. At this point, like that was the first one. So I don't even know. I just know something with the fireplace, something with the siding. Yeah. And at the time, like the basement wasn't finished, so we already knew like we wanted to go in and finish the basement. That was like thing number one. And I wanted to like paint and do new floors. Like that was my thing. And other stuff like, we'll do eventually. That was the plan. Well, with this inspection, like there was things that needed to be done. There was like
windows were a big thing.
Oh yeah, all the windows needed to be replaced because of what is it called, like trapped gas or something. I don't know. So the windows were like foggy. So the seller did tell us that all the windows needed to be replaced, and she said it was probably like $4,000. So our realtor was like, "Don't get worried. Like you can always go back. We can always go back to the table and renegotiate, purchase price or what did she say? Like trying to get like an allowance. They can give us money towards to get some of these things fixed, or they can fix them before we close." So we go in, and she basically countered our offer. Once we told her like, "Hey, we got the inspection and this is what it's showing. We will like these things done," or something. So then I think she lowered the purchase price and was like, "No, I'm not gonna do anything." So at this point we went in knowing like, okay, we're gonna finish the basement and we're gonna have to replace windows. Cool, we'll bite it. But when she came in and was like, she would lower the purchase price, I think like maybe $4,000 or $5,000, which ultimately wasn't gonna change our like mortgage bill. Like it really wasn't gonna change it that much. It was kind of like, for me, I'm like, okay, now I'm having to wait on the things that I want to do because we gotta, like, it just wasn't worth it for me. And then, once you get in your hair, you start finding, like, all the little imperfections. And I'm like, I don't even think I really like that house. So there was that. So we started back looking. Since then, we put in a lot of offers. Let me just tell you, the market in Georgia is trash in the aspect of, like, there's so many buyers right now, but no sellers. Like for our budget, the perfect purchase price, like we're finding the house. It's just either we're getting outbid or
it's not. It's more so the fact that the inventory here
is low.
Is low
right now.
And obviously
everyone want to buy a house.
Being that it's during the pandemic, everybody's moving towards working from home. Mm-hmm. They want a bigger home. They want to upgrade that.
More space. And I don't think we're asking for much. Like we want like a 3-bedroom, at least a 3-bedroom home. Jordan really wants like a basement or a dedicated like man cave area. Like he is hung up on this man cave, y'all. And this man cave is really what's holding us back. Because just because like any new homes, so we did look at new builds, which from the beginning I really didn't want to do a new build because I just didn't, in my head I'm like, I don't want to wait because they're, with the pandemic, anything that's from 6 to 8 months is really like 10 to almost a year now because of depending on materials coming in and stuff. So I'm like, ugh. Well, we gave that away and we're like, okay, sure, we're gonna have to do a new build. Dang it, I'm gonna have to wait longer. So we do the new build, and we're looking at new builds, and honestly, the new builds, like I feel like it doesn't have any character. You don't have a yard. You are like this close to your next door neighbor. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They put you like in there by like sardines. Like.
Yeah, and I was just like, I mean, if I have an option, I'm good on it. I really am. I mean, it's cool to be like, I built my house, but I'm good on it. And then the ones that are like nice, like we did see a new build, but it was like deep out far. And then it was like by the time we would do, and it actually was a new build that offered a basement. But by the time we got to doing whatever we wanted to do, it was way out of budget at that point. So it was like, next.
That's been the
saga.
The saga.
Bro, in turn, we're renting a 1-bedroom apartment, y'all. Most of our stuff is in storage and we're only doing it for 3 months. The plan is to rent for 3 months. So we have to buy clothes on a house by March.
That's the goal.
Y'all, we just and not to mention yesterday and today we spent time. Yesterday, really, we went around and was really looking at houses, and we looked at some more areas, and we saw one house out of all of them. So I mean, let me say, we liked the houses, but one that we were like, oh, we're ready to put an offer in on, but we won't be able to put an offer in on until March. So, and then there's one that came back on the market, but it's got some crazy stuff going on. I think she said it's like a lien on it, so they took the house off the market. Dodged a bullet. There was this one house, y'all, we put an offer in on, and the freaking basement, like the couple redid the whole house. It was so nice. I was like, there's nothing I want to change right away. Like, it's all neutral, so like I don't even need to paint. They had put like new floors down. Everything was so nice. Got an inspection. None of the basement, which they had just redid or whatever, was permitted. And then there was like flood damage or something. So we were rushing.
Water damage. Oh.
Yeah. So then we were trying to, like, the guy that did the inspection of the house was like, I would honestly have someone that comes and inspect basements. So then you can know how bad the water damage
there's
is.
just a lot of moisture in the basement. And when you go, like, you can kind of look on the outside of the house, there was like a lot of moss and a lot of like that type of mush and mesh. It's not good just because of that means that there's going to be when it floods and it rains, there's going to be a lot of moisture pushing it back into the areas around the edges where the basement are, and that could possibly seep in through, which it was. You could see like where the brick was on the inside, where there were like spots of moisture where you could see like they had come in. So I'm like, that's going to be something probably bigger later on down the road. Especially, it looked like just not even through the basement, but like through the ceiling. I think there was like
upstairs in the kitchen. The kitchen sink was leaking downstairs to the basement somewhere. So basically, it seemed like they made it so pretty and nice, which they did. Just think of like an open scab and putting a Band-Aid, like a small Band-Aid over an open scab. Is what they did. So we were pretty much screwed. And the seller, she was going through a divorce. And when we went back, of course, encountered and was like, let's negotiate some things. She was like, I'm just trying to get rid of it. I'm going through a divorce. And she was like, I'm not trying to budge. Like, do you want to buy the house or not? And we were like, not really, because we were already, I think, $20,000 over asking. And so I feel like it was well worth it. But I didn't think it was going to get appraised for that price, though. That was the only thing. Then you got crazy people, crazy sellers that are selling houses and pricing it like $20,000 to $30,000 over what the house is actually worth. Insane. And they're like, well, if it don't get appraised for it, you're going to need to pay the difference.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, we just ain't rolling in dough like that. I mean, we good, but we ain't like that. No.
Not yet.
No, not yet. I think they're taking advantage of the market, honestly.
Oh, definitely. And then there's people that are going to pay it. I mean,
there was some. Remember that house?
Yeah, there are.
They literally chose the other offer because the guy was like, I can give you a cash offer right now and then pay the difference in cash. And he was like, cool.
Yeah. And that is what's winning. I mean, we're definitely going to find our house. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But it's just going to take some time and some prayer at this point.
We got to keep the faith.
But we'll find we'll find a house.
It's hard though, because I'm like, all the houses are starting to look alike. I feel like I go in and from like the first stuff, I'm like, it's okay.
It does help you become more aware of.
Yeah, definitely.
You are looking at a house, like details, and like you start looking once you spend enough money on some inspections. Appraisal and stuff like that, you kind of like, all right, we're gonna look a little bit more into the property a little bit, and just kind of look at the things that you normally don't pay attention to. Like then you just kind of like there's gonna be things that you're gonna probably most likely have to give or take. Like
I really want a double sink in our master bathroom. So, but my thing is, if there's a bathroom that has one sink, but it has like a lot of counter space, you could go in and easily get a new vanity and have 2 sinks. So that's not a problem. I can make that change. I would like a really nice glass stand shower. Most of the houses are like the little tiny shower and the big old garden tub. That's a project we can do. I would love to go in and I told him like my dream like Pinterest board shower. So stay tuned for our like when we get our house. We're doing projects. He's so excited about those.
Brenda and Bob.
Bobette.
No, not Bobette. You're Brenda.
I'm not.
You're definitely a Brenda. But yeah, so that's really what we've been
doing.
In a nutshell, the past few months of what is all kind of accumulated in a pile too. But nonetheless, we are happy where we're at. We do like being in Georgia.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we haven't really been able to explore yet because of Jordan still working. And then us kind of getting settled. And then COVID is still going on, y'all. So I'm not trying to explore too much for real. I'm trying to find my house. That's what I'm trying to do.
But we definitely are going to be being more consistent with our vlogging. Yes. That we're kind of...
We have like 3 videos already planned out. So
stable.
We're going to be recording 1 video. If we can, honestly, we can record 2 videos this week. That's 2 videos already recorded. And I can stay ahead on the editing like I need to. We're good. And then, so my plan is to be able to like have 1 day that we can dedicate to just filming, and then try to get those edited like 2 days after filming it. So then I can go ahead and have it uploaded to YouTube, and I'll just have to have it set on like a schedule to publish. That is my plan. That is my goal. Hold me to it, y'all. Comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, and share. Okay, y'all?
Yes. If you guys are not with the family already and you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe.
Welcome to Rae&JayVlogs.
Welcome to Rae&JayVlogs. I know we are definitely looking to really just be more in tune to the channel this year. I mean, not that we weren't last year, but really just...
We were doing good, but then we fell off.
We fell off. We definitely fell off.
But this year we got to be consistent. Like, all the way through.
Yes. But yeah, we're excited to get back rolling with you guys, and giving you guys some more footage and just having fun and taking you guys along on our adventures. So you guys stay tuned for the next one. Bye.
You see it?